Hello out to all you wonderful people. This is Andre the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear, listening into another Why You Know Game video from me. And this I'm talking about Bayonetta in 2D. Now, there is a gag game slash score attack that Sega released not that long ago on Steam. It's actually a few years old because I think they released it on a Japanese website, the Japanese Bayonetta website, like way back. And they did that like leading into releasing Bayonetta on PC, like the first one. Um, Personally, I think that a 2D Bayonetta game, an actual side-scrolling 2D Bayonetta game, is not a bad idea. It and they could take inspiration from the Ghouls and Ghosts series. And I know some people, first thing that comes to mind, well, not why not Castlevania? One, because there are too many games that try to emulate Castlevania as it is. Secondly, the styling of Bayonetta actually fits more in line with Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins than it does Castlevania. It's more open, out and about. It's more explorative than what Castlevania is. Um, and I know some people are like, well, there are Castlevania games where they're out in the open, exploring areas and shit like that. Most of the time, it's centered around a castle, a central hub. Bayonetta isn't exactly the same. I guess you could also say the same about Ghouls and Ghosts. It's kind of centered around working your way into a castle and then defeating the big bad monster and shit. Um, but in all honesty, with the way Bayonetta is set up, the weapon upgrades and all that stuff, they can incorporate all of that into the 2D settings where you go in and you meet, damn, I'm forgetting his name. As much as I played Bayonetta, I'm still forgetting. But everybody knows the dude, the demon that she deals with, where she barters and shit for her stuff. So instead of having her, when she gets injured, all of her fucking equipment falls off of her like Arthur does in Ghouls and Ghosts. When she gets in, she just has a health meter. Like that's the biggest difference between the two. You have a health meter, and the enemies obviously. But if we would just take that take that and roll it into a 2D side-scrolling platformer, which it could very well be, where Bayonetta has her long-distance weapons and her close-range weapons, but instead of picking up items and weapons as you go along, she starts off with her base guns, whichever version of Bayonetta you want to use, and you go from there. She starts off with her basic guns, then you can acquire a sword and stuff. Like you're still collecting halos, or I think Demon Blood. Was it Demon Blood in Bayonetta 2? Either one works. But you're still collecting halos, and as you build up your halos, you can use them to buy different items and weapons and stuff, and that adds a dynamic to the gameplay. Like, and this will also allow for there to be different routes that you can take through stages that can lead to other shit, so it would give replay value. These things that they could do, these are things that Sega and Platinum could work on together, or they could commission it to a team like NT Creates. All of this is possible, and this is stuff that I think would be cool and would be awesome. They did it and threw it in a Bayonetta 2D game, and it kind of had the aesthetic of the score attack game that they just threw out. Like, all of that makes a whole lot of sense to me. Like, I think that would be cool. Like, I personally think that would be cool, would be awesome, would be fun, and I would enjoy it. And I know there are a lot of other people who would enjoy it. But you guys go ahead, throw down whatever ideas you have for it, and let me know what you think below in the comments. And that's it for this one. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears out for more stuff from me. And until the next time, please enjoy your games. Peace out.